It is a soccer Saturday night in downtown St. Pete. USL Soccer under the lights at Al Lang Stadium, one of the best venues in the league, as the unbeaten Tampa Bay Rowdies host two-time defending champion Louisville City. Great to have you with us, everybody. Welcome inside the booth. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. What a start it has been for your Tampa Bay Rowdies. 11 points through 5 games. And Ryan, so many reasons why the Rowdies are playing well right now. What's the biggest reason in your eyes?
It all starts with an airtight defense led by Pape Diakite and timely goals by Il Capitan himself, Sebastian Guenzati.
All right, well, the Rowdies are going to take on a Louisville side tonight. Many people around the league are wondering what is going on with the two-time defending champion. Well, they just have not settled in yet. They've had some injuries as well. Luke Spencer, the latest to go down, and that is a big loss. 7 goals last year, 1 goal this year. Luke Spencer, like a coach on the field, he suffered a hamstring injury against Pittsburgh. Not going to play tonight. To not have him on the road is going to be very, very tough for the visiting side. So the two-time defending champion certainly going to be tested without his talents. Meanwhile, for the Rowdies, Jan Ekra has been lightning in a bottle this year.
The box-to-box midfielder provides cover for Neil Collins and this Rowdies team. And he has the engine to go from line to line and provide the forwards with service and create chances itself.
Jan Ekra started the runs that led to the first 2 goals last week for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Rowdies only have 1 all-time win against Louisville City, hoping to double that here tonight. It's the Rowdies hosting the two-time defending champion Louisville City side. The kickoff is next from beautiful Tampa Bay.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife. Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Al Lang Stadium is rocking. We're ready to get underway. Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting Louisville City. Starting formations brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. First for the defending champions, Paco Craig, number 5, one of the best defenders in the USL. He struggled, though, as of late. Meanwhile, Lucky Kosana, number 77, scoring twice on the Rowdies last year when he played for Penn FC. And for Tampa Bay, Leo Fernandez, dynamite on the left side, part of the USL Team of the Week a week ago. Tarek Morad, meanwhile, in the back for Tampa Bay, won a title with Louisville City back in 2017. Let's join the third member of our crew. Good evening, Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Drew. For the past couple of years, the month of April at Al Lang has been very kind to the Rowdies. Since joining the USL Championship back in 2017, The Rowdies have won all 6 of their home matches here at Al Lang, scoring 17 goals and conceding 0, a very impressive statistic. Now tonight will be their toughest test yet here at home, facing the 2-time defending champions Louisville City FC, but the Rowdies will look to keep their unbeaten streak intact here in 2019. Guys.
All right, great stuff, Heather. Neil Collins' second season for Tampa Bay has this side rolling into tonight. John Hackworth for Louisville City, his second season as the head coach for the team in white and purple here tonight. Great season it was in 2018 for Louisville City. They are still the team to beat in the USL, even though they have been struggling as of late, coming off back-to-back losses at home versus Birmingham and Pittsburgh. Tonight, that visiting white for Louisville City. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, wearing the iconic green and gold. It is another gorgeous night here at Al Lang Stadium. About 80 degrees. Was a little bit more humid a few hours ago, but it has cooled off since the sun has gone down. Andrew Tenari ready for Tampa Bay. The Rowdies and Louisville City coming at you tonight here on ESPN+. John McCarthy only conceding once this season for Tampa Bay. One of the big reasons the Rowdies are unbeaten so far, and we are underway from Al Lang. Our officiating crew, Laurent Varga, leads the crew tonight. Walter Heatherly also a part of this crew as well. Rowdies will possess here. 8 goals scored this season for Tampa Bay. Only 1 conceded. That ratio, the best in the league right now. 69% humidity. Perfect soccer conditions as Louisville City gets it inside the box here to start. And Sean Francis also getting a touch as well. What type of match does Louisville City want to play tonight, Ryan?
A high possession game, Drew. John Hackworth is the type of coach that wants to possess the ball, have his team pass and move, create chances. This is going to be a very different game than the Rowdies have experienced over the last 2 matches.
All right, let's take a look at your keys to the match. Specifically, what are you looking for?
Well, when Louisville has possession, they have to look out for the counter-attack by the Rowdies. On the other end, the Louisville FC have to look out for the Rowdies wingers. Leo Fernandez and Sean Barry are playing at a high clip so far this season.
Injury report for the Rowdies, fairly healthy. Only Johnson right now is out. And for Louisville City, Luke Spencer, one of 5 members on the shelf. This is not a healthy club coming into Al Lang here tonight.
Quite the opposite for these 2 teams. Rowdies have been healthy so far. This Lou City team is limping into Al Lang Stadium. But Drew, doesn't matter what, 2-time defending champions, it's going to be a dogfight tonight in St. Pete.
Well, Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship, many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to SelectSportAmerica.com. That's SelectSportAmerica.com. Pushing the back and an easy call as Guenzati. Again, he has been in the perfect position for Tampa Bay so far this season.
Well, so far the Rowdies are using the width of the field, and Guenzati has been linking up on either side of the pitch, left or right. He has been the action man in the last third of the field for this Rowdies team.
Andrew Tenari, Leo Fernandez on top of it for Tampa Bay. Fernandez, 3rd-year Rowdy out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Just playing tremendous soccer through the first 5 games.
Looking for an in-swinger by Fernandez here.
Fernandez gets a good toe into it. Headed out immediately. Bicycle kick. Oh, nice attempt that time. And the Rowdies very active. Sean Barry getting to it first.
Lovely service there by Leo Fernandez, and Sean Barry with the bicycle kick. Well, the intentions are being laid out early here in Al Lang.
Sean Barry, remember, he was a little shaken up last week and was subbed out by David Najim, who came in, delivered a goal for Tampa Bay. Looked like Berry was a little shaken up after going down there. He'll shake it off, though. And a set piece coming up. Corner kick for the Rowdies. In the box, Diakite with the header. And that's into the hands of Ben Lunt, touching it for the first time for the visitors. So Louisville City coming off back-to-back losses at home to Birmingham, an expansion side, hard to believe. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh also taking down Louisville City. Just have not fully settled in yet, Ryan. I mean, you know that they sort of hit a patch last year where they were not playing their best soccer about mid-season, and they were able to pull it together. It looks like that same challenge has happened here early in the season.
Well, Coach Hackworth was very clear that this Lou City team missed their chances. Rowdies, on the other hand, found ways to grind out victories. This Louisville team just hasn't found a way to find the back of the net, to convert all that possession.
Caleb Richards setting it up, and Rowdies will have a throw-in on the far side. Tampa Bay coming off their best performance of the season. Leo Fernandez, a big part in that 4-0 victory over Hartford last week.
Seems like both teams were victims of the same disease. The Rowdies had a hard time opening the floodgates, but the floodgates did open up against Hartford FC, and the goals rained in.
Rasmussen now collecting for Louisville City. Pressured, though, by Ekra. Jan Ekra has been so busy for the Rowdies, and the whistle will give the ball back to Tampa Bay. And getting physical early. Sean Berry will now chase it down.
Rowdies and their wingbacks just constantly using the width of the field. We see Sean Barry and Leo Fernandez just hugging the sidelines. Really gives the opposition a lot of problems to cover the entire width.
Sean Francis touching back, and so does Taylor Pay. Now Louisville going forward with Oscar Jimenez, the assist leader last season.
Yeah, the Rowdies are definitely going to have to keep their eye on Jimenez.
Now McCabe, oh, great touch! And just to the right, McCarthy came up, was a little bit out of position, and nearly paid for it.
John McCarthy, just usually so consistent, completely misread that ball. Got caught in no man's land. There it is, the in-swinger. And just a near miss there by number 14, Abdul-Jam. A missed opportunity for Louisville.
That's maybe one of the few times this season we've seen McCarthy out of position. So good early chance for Louisville City for naught.
Those were the kind of opportunities that Hackworth has been talking about for this Lou City team. Just have to find a way to convert.
Ball will head out. Rowdies now will throw it in. Hey, fans, follow the Rowdies in the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN+ and watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Just incredible exposure USL Championship has gotten over the past few seasons. It's continued this year, along with USL League One. Great opportunity for the Tampa Bay Rowdies tonight. Sean Francis controlling for Louisville City, and Louisville aggressive here. They'll take a shot, and this one will also sail right. That was Speedy Williams heard from for the first time.
Well, Speedy Williams is a tricky customer in the midfield. The ball pops out to him, and number 80 just tried to curl it in at the last post. Here it comes again, right on the top of the box. Just use the instep and try to just swerve it in. Good opportunity again, a half chance, but almost converted by number 80. Just looking at Abdul Jam in number 14. Because of the injuries to this Lou City team, they've had to mix and match. Abdul Jam has been playing left midfield for most of the season, and Coach Hackworth has now put him back into that natural forward position in what he played in college and was very successful at that position. Now gets a chance to get back in that number 9 role for this team.
And for a side that is as banged up as Louisville City is coming into tonight, are you surprised at how aggressive that they have been so far? But we definitely expected this, didn't we?
Yeah, this is Hackworth's ID. This is their identity. And they're going to play possession, and they're going to challenge the Rowdies when they are in possession. So the Rowdies are going to have to play a different game compared to what they experienced against Loudoun and Hartford FC.
Tenth minute here in downtown St. Pete. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and our phenomenal crew on ESPN+. Leo Fernandez taps it back for Tampa Bay, and Rowdies will now try and move forward. Nice touch that time. Fernandez winds up. Out comes the goalie, Guenzati there, and somehow Ben Lute, the ball came right back to him, perhaps getting a little lucky that time.
All started with Antoine Hopeno using that skill, shaking off his defender, and guess who's up that line? Leo Fernandez. Great service inside, but the ball falls kindly for Lute at the end.
Well, Ryan, last week, Rowdies had by far their best week offensively. 4 goals on 21 shots, 64% possession. And how about this, 83% pass accuracy a week ago. If they can continue that here tonight, they're going to be in great shape.
Well, Drew, they are in form after that game against Hartford. Their tails are in the air. It's amazing what a couple goals can do. Confidence opens up. Everybody wants a piece of the ball now. Everyone believes that the sequence will end in a goal.
And goals can certainly become contagious.
Yes.
This is Morad playing against his former team. Trying to save it. Down there is Tenari. And Andrew Tenari got his first goal last week for the Rowdies. He has been a nice addition into the 11 as well.
Just a shrewd decision by Coach Collins, bringing in the attack-minded Tenari. He's a live body in the last third of the field. He's tricky, he's shifty, really offsets the balance of the defense, creates opportunities for the forwards.
How about Neil Collins, what he has done with this Rowdies side? Talked about David Najam's moment last week and how that was one of the great moments he's ever been a part of. Of course, David Najam coming off the bench, scoring just 63 seconds in after spending a year on the shelf. Said it wasn't just a great moment for our team on the field, but everybody on the bench, all the trainers that had worked with him, the entire front office as well, all appreciated that moment, and what a special one it was.
Yeah, and that sort of moment sort of ripples through the team. They all see David Najam rehabbing while they're practicing. They see the struggles, and to see it end up like that, just a great moment for this Rowdies team.
Sean Perry leads it forward. Guenzati, flag stays down, and Seba tracks it down for Tampa Bay. Leo Fernandez will try and service it in. Damaduro picks it up from there. Fernandez again, continuing to be active, and the Rowdies will have another corner.
An errant pass by this Louisville team, picked up by Sean Barry, and a great through ball to Sebastian Guenzati. Leo Fernandez just couldn't find the right cross.
His work rate has really been something else, hasn't it?
Started off as an attack-minded winger, now just covers every blade of grass now on that left side.
Andrew Tenari, the in-swinger. This ball inside the 6, header set up beautifully, and Diakite just could not put it on frame. Great idea for the Rowdies.
What A corner kick by Andrew Tanari, picking out number 44 at the back post. Pape Diakite getting up, trying to get his first goal for the Rowdies this season. And just inches too high.
Diakite could have cashed that one in. This place would have gone crazy. Now it's Morad. Good match so far here, Tampa Bay and Louisville City. Great to have you with us on this Saturday night. And let's send it down on the pitch. Heather Donnelly checking in with us. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Drew, leading into kickoff tonight, you talked about Luke Spencer, calling him a coach on the field, and what a loss it is for Louisville City to have him out tonight with an injury. Well, fans may remember that the last time Louisville City played here at Al Lang Stadium, he was...
Big shot, and he scored! Rowdies get on the board first. Andrew Tanari, his second on the season. Holy cow. What a blast for Andrew Tanari.
It all starts with Jan Ekra. He finds Andrew Tanari, and just an absolute rocket at the near post. Luke didn't have a prayer. 1-0 Rowdies, courtesy Andrew Tanari. What a strike. Just shows the confidence of this Rowdies team after last week's match.
Well, we said goals can be contagious. Ralph's mob spreading that love at the moment. Andrew Tanari, second goal of the season for the former New York Red Bull 2.
Here he comes
Jan
again.
Ekra attacking. He'll swing with the left foot. That's just to the right. Well, Heather, sorry for that interruption. It was certainly worth it, though.
Yeah, I'm glad you jumped in there, Drew. But to finish what I was saying there about Luke Spencer, if you remember the last time that Louisville City played here at Al Lang Stadium last July, he was actually working as a player coach along with two other players from Louisville City FC. Their head coach at the time, James O'Connor, had left to go coach for MLS team Orlando City. So they were coachless, and a couple players needed to step in and kind of fill that gap until John Hackworth was hired in August. So pretty impressive that they went from having no coach to going on to win the USL Championship. Right, Drew?
Yeah, it's amazing. Just tells you about the cast of characters that have put on this Louisville City jersey over the past few years. Cam Lancaster, also defender Kyle Smith, Grant Jitsing in goal for this side. But those guys are no longer with them. This Louisville side, they've certainly got to find some answers here. Andrew Tanari, fresh off a goal, sets it up for the Rowdies. And the Rowdies racking up the corner kicks here early.
Just a bit of change of tactics on this far side with Tanari and Fernandez, the righty and the lefty. Just trying to have this loose City teams second guess themselves.
Tanari places this one, headed out quickly by Paco Craig.
Well, if you are watching, we are all trying to collect our breaths from that Tanari strike.
Ekra, this time the goalie will come up, he'll punch it out, out of position at the moment. Fernandez, could have taken a little bit off that one. That would have been the second goal for Tampa Bay. Hopino was roaming right in the middle of the 18.
Well, an early ball over the top brings Ben Loont off his line. Wasn't a positive punch, and Leo Fernandez had every right to try a shot at an open goal. Just couldn't convert on the outside of his foot. But Rowdies knocking on the door yet again. Great idea to go long on that ball. Ben Loont was just beaten by 20 yards by Tanari. He's going to be thinking about that strike.
Now it's Morad. McCarthy will clear it momentarily.
Great skill by Tariq Morad. Caught on that right-hand side. instead of just punting the ball away, took his time, find John McCarthy.
Well, there is head coach John Hackworth for Louisville City, making a homecoming tonight. He grew up in nearby Dunedin and actually grew up a Rowdies fan. Says it's going to be emotional coming here coaching against a team that he really idolized as a kid back in the late 70s and early 80s.
And you could certainly see Rowdy's influence on the way that he coaches, the style of play, the brand that he brings on the soccer field. Rowdy's from decades past always played free-flowing soccer, and now we see this Lou City team playing that same free-flowing way.
Yes, Heather, Coach Hackworth is a coach that certainly is feeling lots of different emotions here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty cool storyline here that's kind of gotten a little bit of attention leading into tonight's game. Just the fact that he grew up supporting the Rowdies back in the 70s when they first started here in this Tampa Bay area. Also, there's a pretty cool photo that was posted on the USL's website with John Hackworth here at Al Lang Stadium at a game last season. He coached the US U17 team down at IMG Academy in Bradenton, which is about 30 minutes south of here. So he lived locally from 2015 until midway through last year when he was hired by Louisville City. So he actually came and was all decked out in Rowdies gear supporting the Rowdies, and now here he is coaching against them, guys.
Heather, that is amazing stuff. Also had a chance to coach Leo Fernandez at a stint in Philadelphia, and one-time trained John McCarthy as well. Very familiar with the Rowdies players. Coach Hackworth running up against, so far, a buzzsaw in Tampa Bay. Red hot offensively. Rowdies once again trying to put this one in position. And it was Hopino racing inside the box that time. So far, Taylor Pay on guard for the visitors. And a player thrown down. Hopino going to come up, plead his case, but the first yellow card is going to be dealt here in the 21st minute. And this is a Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued to Antoine Hopino in the 21st.
Looks like Oscar Jimenez was right on Hopino's back, just giving him, being very physical, and Hopino just throwing the elbow/arm, and seems to have caught Jimenez in his face, and number 29 has earned himself the first yellow card of the game. So it looks like Ben Lunt is going to step out of his goal and kick this one long for Lou City.
So Hopino in the book. And still pleading his case with our officiating crew. Tampa Bay has only won once all time against Louisville City. We mentioned that in the open. 1 win, 3 losses, no draws. It's clearly been a series dominated by Louisville City. They won twice last year over Tampa Bay, once very early in the season. Then they came here to Al Lang, and Rowdies lost a 2-1 heartbreaker last summer. I remember that game as it was Lancaster coming up big, giving Louisville City the lead late and taking it. Let's take a look at this discussion here with Hopino and Oscar Jimenez.
Well, it looks like Jimenez is trying to borrow Hopino's shirt, and Hopino just doesn't like it. Looks like there's going to be some discussions now about Hopino's arm. And the referee has seen enough. And action will restart.
Well, that's one thing that Coach Collins has definitely made a point with this Rowdy side this year, to let cooler heads prevail in situations like that. A few times last season, in fact on many occasions, the red cards at home, Ryan, really haunted Tampa Bay here at Al Lang Stadium.
If it's one thing that can kill momentum, is a red card.
Francis tries to service it in. Sean Berry now will run it down. A very active night in the USL. Keeping tabs on it for you. Now McCabe now controlling it. for Louisville City. McCabe, one of the original Louisville City players. They'll try and service this one in on the ground. Rowdies in position, though, with Morad. Louisville stays with it. Here's Williams now. Williams got a lethal right foot. Tried that one from distance. Comes up one more time. And now Louisville will reset things. This one has got some depth. McCarthy will have to go up and bring things under control.
Great sequence by Lou City. Excellent job in possession. A shot by Williams, a cross by Jimenez, pegging the Rowdies back, but the Rowdies defense stand firm, and McCarthy with an excellent read on that cross.
Ottawa 2-0 over Loudoun earlier tonight. There you see New York 2-1 over Charlotte. The Independents trailing at the half. And how about Pittsburgh all of a sudden playing much better? We saw them here at Al Lang, the Rowdies' first home match. I know that team is certainly going to pick it up as we roll into May and June.
Yeah, Bob Lilly, the coach of that team, excellent. Just finally getting the pieces of the puzzle together. It looks like Pittsburgh are making a run of their own.
Well, be sure to tune in on Wednesday, April 17th for the ESPNU USL Championship Game of the Week on ESPN, featuring new expansion side Austin Bold hosting last year's Cup runner-up Phoenix Rising. It's the best matchup on the Game of the Week for the USL next Wednesday on ESPN. Cannot wait for that. Early 1-0 lead for the Rowdies, thanks to the blast from Andrew Tenori. Morad in the midfield, and now Louisville getting numbers forward. Rowdies have to retreat now. McCabe with it for Louisville. They are so battle-tested and so good.
Excellent defensive retreat by the Rowdies there. A bit of a counter-attack for Lou City. With the yellow and green, getting back in a timely fashion.
Duro gives it away that time. Louisville has scored 6 times this year. They've conceded 9 times.
Coach Hackworth has talked about his frustrations with this Lou City defense. Made wholesale changes in the match last week, bringing in the Jamaican Sean Francis on the left-hand side to steady the ship. Their MVP at the back, Paco Craig, was did not start the last game. He's now back in the starting lineup, but Coach Hackworth making a message sent to his back four.
Fernandez along the end line, able to keep possession. Tenori right now giving Louisville fits. Double teamed at the moment. Back to Fernandez. Caleb Richards, the silent assassin for Tampa Bay. Oh, nice bit of teamwork there for the Rowdies. Hopino at the doorstep. Trying to cross it, nobody home for the Rowdies. Morad now retreating, and he'll send it back to McCarthy.
Well, the confidence is sky high in the last third of the field now for the Rowdies. Something we did not see in the opening 4 games of the season. Now Tenari, Hopino, the Samba man himself, Leo Fernandez. Just trickery all around the last third of the field.
And you mentioned Paco Craig for Louisville City being subbed out. He was not happy about that. Something to prove certainly tonight here on the road as Diakite goes down. And we could have some discipline here, as looked like Sean Tosh got in a little late.
Well, the big man himself, Pape Diakite, seeing the opening, and Sean Tosh, the Hulk they call him, in the middle with a crunching tackle on the big man, number 44. Diakite showing that foot skill, showing that versatility. One person we haven't spoke much about lately is Dominic Aduro, the little engine.
And Rowdies have another set piece here. It looked like Kosana that time, holding up the youngster Caleb Richards. Gives the Rowdies another opportunity deep. Leo Fernandez trying to get in place. Puts this one in motion. Sean Berry tracking back. And another corner for the Rowdies coming up.
Leo Fernandez on that left-hand side. Just dancing to his own tune. Gets to the byline. And a lovely little chip to the last post. And the big Jamaican, Sean Francis, heads it to safety.
And the pace of Leo Fernandez, when he really wants to go, teams just do not have an answer for it, do they, Ryan?
That change of pace and that tight control just really causes defenders on that right-hand side fits. And the service at the end is just pinpoint.
Fernandez, the in-swinger. Here it comes! Deflected out. Looked like Richards had the best chance at it. Tenari. Service. Diakite! Came up. Was just a few footsteps away from hammering one home.
Don't look away.
Rowdies continuing to knock on the door. Counter opportunity here for the two-time defending champs. But it ends quickly.
This Lou City team not known for counter-attacks. More of a possession-style outfit. But Tampa Bay Rowdies just been so direct. As soon as one ball comes out of the box, the next person is ready to serve it back in. And it fell for the big man, Pape Diakite, who just could not convert. But they're getting bodies into the box. They're asking questions. Not too long ago, Coach Collins looked a little frustrated. Now he has this Rowdies team looking forward to the next sequence.
Shantosh, center back tonight. Over to Sean Francis. He has it now for Louisville City.
Just a quick observation. Andrew Tenari just took a wrong turn in the center of the field. And looks to be hobbling a bit. He was off the ball. Here he is, just walking a little gingerly.
What a pickup he has been for the Rowdies. 9 goals last season with New York. Still very young, 23 years old. And hopefully for the Rowdies' sake, he is okay. Comes up this time to play it quickly. Sean Berry. Always around the ball for the home side. Now another whistle this time is Ekra a little too close. And going down was Rasmussen.
Just want to touch a little bit on Magnus Rasmussen, the number 7, as the other number 7, Jan Ekra, gets a talking to. Rasmussen is an attacking midfielder with great skill, as we saw in the center circle there. Rowdies have to pay close attention to him.
Oh, now Rowdies working with great pace. Gwenzati trying to get free. And Seba nearly broke loose. Taylor Pay, the last line of defense before the ball got to Ben Lute.
What a beautiful bit of creative play by Tenari. Here he is again. Oh, this time it was hoping out. Just dancing through the midfield. The through ball to Gwenzati was a little long. But it just shows you what Tenari is capable of in the heart of that midfield. As Antoine Hopeno feels the crunching tackle by the hard man at the back, Paco Craig. Sorry, Taylor Pay, it was that time.
So once again, keep an eye on Pape Diakite, big number 44. He was the target on the last effective set piece. Tenari going short with it. Oh, slipping down was Aduro, and now loose are the visitors.
A lot of white shirts counter-attacking here.
Kosana, ever so dangerous. 2 goals last year here in this venue. Kosana, let it roll, and it'll be a corner now for Louisville City.
Well, the Rowdies recovered well. They tried to change up the free kick sequence. Both Fernandez and Tenari standing over the ball, tried to look for the little engine, Dominic Aduro, with a rocket from outside. But the slip started the counter-attack. A corner for Lou City. And Oscar Jimenez, who can serve it up.
Jimenez on the ground this time. McCarthy got a hand on it, was down on the ground, and with a lot of white shirts in the middle of the box. Definitely some tense moments there.
Well, if you were looking for a chip over the top, it was not coming. Jimenez with a low, tricky cross to the near post. And McCarthy, just being so adept, saved it well. Now Jimenez with the left foot.
This one, a lot more height on it. McCarthy, a great save. Oh, what a job by John McCarthy. Tremendous.
That save, Drew, was as good as a goal from on the other end. What a blinder that was by McCarthy. Purely reactionary.
Diakite this time. And now Barry will collect for the Rowdies. John McCarthy saves an obvious goal for Louisville City.
So often we talk about goals from strikers, but saves like that from the goalkeeper is as good as a goal.
'36th minute. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly with you. Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer on ESPN Plus. Great to have you with us. Antoine Hopino sending it back now for Morad, and the Rowdies will play from the back. Richards shares it. Fernandez a touch as well. Rowdies will just sort of calm the storm here as Louisville City had some great pace over the last few minutes and had some of their best chances, including this one that John McCarthy was able to save. What a play.
In swinger, and what a save, just purely reactionary. Taylor Pay thought for sure he had a goal, but John McCarthy keeps this score at 1-0 Rowdies. What a breathtaking 36 minutes, Drew. Here it is again, just sticking a strong right hand out. An excellent clearance by Sean Barry as well.
Louisville attacking once more. This one high and deep and way too far.
Well, a rare missed cross by Jimenez. So good at that angle. Looking at the last post. Just couldn't get the trajectory. Goal kick Rowdies. What a breathtaking 36 minutes. Two open teams locking horns. And now as John McCarthy prepares to take this goal kick, there's a chance for the players to collect their breaths.
They're working on his 5th clean sheet of the season. He was active last week in that Hartford match with 5 saves, so a great tune-up to get him to tonight. Louisville again playing on the Rowdies side, try to get one through. Diakite there to break it up. Caleb Richards also helping out. There's the possession story so far, 52% for the home side, and Louisville making the most of their 47% of the time.
Rowdies just looking so strong in the heart of that defense with Pape Diakite and Dominica Duro just in front of him. This team just looks so much more confident on both ends of the field.
Louisville, lots of time and space to work with here, sending one in. Oh, another dangerous ball is lurking on that far post was Kosana, and McCarthy was not able to get to that one.
Do not blink. In a blink of an eye, this Lou City team can get into the danger area really quickly. Service from the right side goes right across the face of the goal.
Well, a reminder, definitely want to stick around at halftime. It is going to be a busy session here on ESPN+. Heather Donnelly will have an interview with Rowdies head coach Neil Collins, get his reaction after the first 45 minutes. Also a special feature on the Rowdies lookalikes. You definitely do not want to miss that. Who do the Rowdies look like? We're going to find out. And then also the best from week 5, USL Championship. Best plays, best moments coming at you all at the half here from Al Lang Stadium. Stay with us. Also recap, Ryan, you and I, the first half. It has been fast and furious with the Rowdies leading 1-0. Game is slowed down momentarily. Francis tries to clear, deflected, and now Kosana tied up with Morad. And they'll belong to Louisville.
Sort of expected, Drew. So much energy was given in those first 35, 36 minutes. The player's body clock starts to wind down, knowing that 45-minute mark is coming. The play starts to subside.
Rowdies now attacking. Here's Leo Fernandez. Tremendous pace from the third-year Rowdy. Oh, contact in the box. Fans want a call, and I think they're entitled to it. Barry sharing. Coming up now, Zekra. He'll take a swing.
Wow. Did we say that this game slowed down? Leo Fernandez just picked the pocket, made a 25-yard run, gets bumped by that guy Tosh again, Hulk. No call from the referee. And now Lund is under pressure.
Well, key moment in this match, and Heather, you probably would not know if you're a casual Rowdies fan, but you're certainly tracking it. What's going on?
Yeah, Drew, it was kind of a blink and you might have missed it moment, but the Rowdies actually just set a modern era record. Going into tonight's game, the modern era record for most minutes without conceding a goal at home to open a season was 310 minutes. So the Rowdies needed to make it to the 41st minute of the match without conceding, which they did. So we officially have a new modern era record on the books. I know, Ryan, you were kind of keeping an eye on that one as well.
Officially, I think the entire team needs to buy dinner for John McCarthy. That save just set that record.
And it's something that we discussed with Neil Collins earlier this week. We asked about McCarthy's brilliance in goal, and he quickly corrected me and said, Drew, yes, McCarthy has been good, but it has been all 11 on the field. Not just that guy right there with the helmet. It has been a complete team effort why we have not conceded so far at home.
Defense starts with your forwards and works all the way to the back. So Coach Collins is right. An absolute team effort. Especially this is the new Rowdies, where all 11 work as one. And it's shown for the first 5 games.
Tenari has the 1 goal for Tampa Bay. This one deflected as it heads out. And let's see, they say it's going to be, no, it'll be a goal kick for Lutz and Louisville. If you're just joining us, it was that guy right there, Andrew Tenari, with just a rocket shot, giving the Rowdies their first goal of the match.
Here comes that high press. from the Rowdies, trying to get one more before the half.
I had a feeling we could have a very high-scoring match here tonight. Hopino boxed out, keeps it alive. Oh, just to make that ball playable was tremendous effort by Antoine Hopino.
Antoine Hopino is playing with a confidence we have not seen. He's taking players on. I think all three Lou City players wanted to borrow his shirt there. Could have gotten the call, but didn't.
Now Kosana. Kosana centers it. McCarthy able to pick it up off the ground as Abdou Jam takes his first shot of the night. John McCarthy spent the last 4 years with the Philadelphia Union and Bethlehem Steel, going back and forth. And they conceded one time this year, and that brilliant save setting a record for Tampa Bay here in the first 45, and a gimme there. Careless play by the visitors. The Rowdies will have a corner kick, and also 2 minutes plus here, extra time for the Rowdies. So plenty of chances coming up here in the next few months.
Misunderstanding there by Taylor Pay and Lunt. He thought his keeper was coming to get it, and the keeper thought the other way around. And the result, another Rowdies corner, another chance for Andrew Tanari to deliver one inside the box.
Tanari, oh, this ball hooking in the neighborhood of Diakite. It'll be a throw-in for Tampa Bay.
But that misunderstanding did start by that Rowdies press, pressing high up the field, putting pressure on this visiting team.
Wenzati, he's been a little quiet here in this first half. Rasmussen trying to control and wins it through a bunch of green and gold jerseys, but Rowdies will get it back once more. Caleb Richards will throw it in.
Well, 46.5 minutes in, Rowdies have a free kick. Let's see if they try to get one before the half and send their centre-backs forward. Looks like they're going to play it conservative, as Diakite, Caleb Richards and Tariq Murad stay back.
Fernandez, line drive this time, surging forward. Gwenzati able to get a head on it. And that could have been major trouble as Lunt was once again retreating. Well, an exciting first half at Al Link Stadium. The Rowdies with a 1-0 lead over Louisville City. Let's send it to Heather with Coach Neil Collins.
Thank you, Drew. Coach, in this one against a very good Louisville team, the importance of scoring first can't be overstated. But with 45 minutes left to play here, what do you want to see out of your team?
Goals change games, we've said that before, but tonight it's going to go all 90 minutes. Whoever scored first, we spoke about it beforehand, it's going to go all the way to the end. We're glad with our position right now, but we'll speak to the boys now and we won't be complacent.
All right, thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. Tampa Bay Rowdies have gone unbeaten their last 5 matches, looking to make it 6 in a row. A great start here at home, 1-0 at the half.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropic
Hey, this is Rick Stroud, sports writer for the Tampa Bay Times. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter @SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
It's halftime here in St. Petersburg, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies lead Louisville City FC 1-0. Well, have you ever looked at one of the Tampa Bay Rowdies and thought, they look so much like a movie star, an actor, another professional athlete? Well, if you haven't, you're about to, because we asked the Rowdies to tell us who is their celebrity lookalike, and boy, are there some good ones.
That fella from Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, Rami Malek, yeah. I am probably.
One time some people was telling me Eddie Murphy, but I don't think so.
This one I don't necessarily agree with, but I get it a lot, is Shia LaBeouf.
I've been told that I look like Ricky Martin.
My celebrity lookalike is Jesse McCartney. I actually have an Instagram post. If you go real deep in my Instagram, you'll find a little side-by-side.
Christian Bale, maybe? Batman, you know, he's always a good person to be looking like. I just don't have his accent.
Jim Carrey, I think. I had longer hair. I just kind of like him too.
Floyd Mayweather. It's NBA players, and it's Kyle Kuzma. He plays for LA Lakers, and so a lot of people from home tell me I look a lot like him, but I don't know. I don't really see it.
Most of the time people say to me, sometimes I look like Didier Drogba.
Usain Bolt.
Some people have said Neymar. I don't see it, but some people have said it.
Celebrity lookalike. I used to get, this is kind of like an obscure one, but a guy named Dan Kennedy who used to play goalkeeper. I wish I looked more like Bradley Cooper though.
Just great stuff there from our Tampa Bay Rowdies. They lead 1-0 after one half of play over Louisville City. Now, it has been an awesome season so far around USL Championship. So let's take a look back. Last week, week 5 of USL Championship play.
And Jameson's going to get to the ball off the giveaway. And Bradford Jameson's got the first goal. And San Antonio FC is on the board. On his way. Here's Ryan Sierakowski into the penalty area. Sierakowski! Oh! Weaving it forward. Oh, Luke got a piece of that to Rob Dos Santos. Plata. He'll take a shot. And a goal! Joao Plata!
Leo's ball. Nice curl. This time headed for the goal!
This afternoon's match. A good ball into Lewis. What a strike! Zico Lewis.
Nice 1-2 there.
Here comes that scissors kick, and Isaac was alive to it.
Long range shot, curling, and it's in the back of the net.
And it's going to be Lewis. He just takes the strike. And Brandon Miller manages to get just a hair on it.
Austin Cole strikes first. Good ball in. John He's going to give it a crack, deflected away by Hundley lets it fly, and Juan punches it away.
And it is a goal.
Fleming's in for JJ.
Here's Nicoletto. Sends over, beautiful curler. Marco Micheletto. The right side of the box. Robinson punts back, looking for some help. Deflected there. Chance in front of goal. Stopped by Kirk.
Oh,
Full head of steam. Perusa trying to chip the goalie, and that's exactly what happened.
Dennis. That one off the crossbar, and Fitzgerald getting a piece of that.
Here's an opportunity. Zion buries it for the Red Wolves. Advantage for the rest of this game. Endo going right at it, punched out by Herrera. Outstanding effort.
Cox runs over it. Second chance. Vega there. Back of the net. Near post headed on into the back of the net. Triumph convert on the set piece. They're up 2-1.
Oh, so much fun to follow USL Championship and USL League One. Tampa Bay Rowdies right now in second place, but 11 points, sitting pretty good. St. Louis FC in first. Louisville City, lots of work to do, only 6 points through the first 5 matches. Scores tonight, Ottawa with a win over Loudoun United. New York Red Bulls closing in on taking care of Charlotte. It is tied in the second half, Pittsburgh and Hartford. Same with Atlanta and North Carolina FC. Bethlehem Steel 1-0 over Charleston and Nashville FC in the first half. No score with Memphis. Kai Kornick named the Week 5 Player of the Week in the USL with 2 goals and assists in the win over Tulsa for LA Galaxy 2. Los Dos playing with 10 men. Bethlehem Steel, incredible, an extra time comeback win over Swope Park 4-3. And St. Louis keeping the top spot in Week 5, those power rankings. Tampa Bay Rowdies right behind. Sacramento also playing pretty good soccer, but they are down just 1 spot. Highlights and much more coming your way right after this. Tampa Bay Rowdies 1-0 over Louisville City at the half.
At Morgan Auto Group, we have one goal: being the one dealer you turn to for all of your automotive needs. We have over 30 dealerships and more than 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles to choose from at prices that won't have your budget in the box, with guarantees that give you more than just peace of mind. Nice hockey reference. Just putting the biscuit in the basket, Tyler. Nobody says that right. Agree to disagree? Because when you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife. Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Together we fight. Together we conquer.
Together we win.
Your Rowdies march on to face the Charlotte Independents on Saturday, April 27th. All fans will take home a neon headband while supplies last. Visit rowdiesoccer.com for more info.
Together we are the Rowdies.
Just a great fan experience here at Al Lang Stadium for each and every Tampa Bay Rowdies home match right now. The home side leads 1-0 over Louisville City. Thanks so much for joining us. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. And on the pitch, would you say, Ryan, that's the best first half of soccer we've seen all season long?
That is the best first half of soccer we've seen all long. Both teams willing to come out and play and trade blows in that first half. It was fantastic.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights. So many of them in the first 45. First, Louisville City pulling the trigger early, threatening. McCarthy comes out, and Jam, if he could have just redirected that one, could have had Louisville on the board. Tampa Bay escapes. Rowdies then with Leo Fernandez, one of their top weapons, and there is Loon making a great save for the two-time defending champions. Andrew Tenari, he was a force in the first half, put this perfectly for Diakite, just a little bit high over the crossbar. We were waiting for that Rowdies first goal, and did it come quick.
Andrew Tenari just full of confidence, 25 yards out, no problem. An absolute rocket into the first post, giving the Rowdies a deserved lead in this first half.
Louisville again. Oh, look at that save by McCarthy. The best save we've seen all season.
So often we talk about goals on the other end. Andrew McCarthy's blinding save is as good as a goal, Drew.
Yeah, well said. Numbers at the half. Look at the shots, 7-6. Both of these teams going at each other. One thing you got to say, with a slight possession edge to Louisville, they are taking some chances. They are by no means sitting back here, Ryan.
Louisville City is playing to their style of football, whether it's home or away. They have come into Rowdies Stadium and they're playing their possession type game, and they will create chances.
Upcoming schedule for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Hopefully, if they can get 3 points tonight, they'll take their show on the road, take on Atlanta. They'll have a good rest, though, before heading to Atlanta on April 24th. Then Charlotte just 3 days after. You see how the schedule gets a little dicey. At Indy 11 in Nashville before coming back home to New York Red Bulls 2. So you look at the road ahead, Heather Donnelly, for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and we know it's April, and things are going great, but it is imperative the Rowdies take advantage of these home matches and get the points whenever they're available, right?
Yes, absolutely. And you heard it from head coach Neil Collins there at the very end of the first half. The key for the rest of this match is just going to be not being complacent. Yes, you're up 1-0. Yes, you're here at home where you've played very well, especially in the month of April, like we've talked about. But you want to make sure to not get complacent. Statistically, things are looking pretty good for the Rowdies right now. This season, when scoring first, they're 3-0-0, and when leading at halftime, they're 3-0-0. So the statistics are in their favor, and with the way this defense has been playing this season, you've got to think things are looking good for the Rowdies here against Louisville City FC. So like Coach Collins said, as long as they don't get complacent, it could be a really good chance to pick up 3 points here tonight, guys.
Also, Heather, just want to ask you, I know it was a little bit hot and humid a few hours before the match. Do you sense that maybe the heat could become a factor anytime you have a visiting side coming down here and it's a little bit more, humid than normal? Sometimes that's a factor in the second half. Do you see that possibly being a factor tonight?
Not tonight, Drew. It actually feels pretty good down here. It's not cool. I wouldn't say that necessarily as it has been the earlier games this season here at Al Lang, but it's not too bad humidity-wise. It's also not too bad. So I don't suspect the weather will be a factor here tonight.
All right, great stuff as always from Heather Donnelly. Now McCabe. Discussion with the official. Louisville had 2 outstanding chances for goals in the first half, and McCarthy just robbing one, taking one off the board point blank. And as you said, Ryan, a save like that, just as good as a goal. I think, along with the Tenari goal, it has been the play of the night.
Oh, most definitely. John McCarthy is just so consistent for this Rowdies team. Just pulling out an absolute fantastic save. Just keeping the scoreline at 1-0. Exactly what the Rowdies needed and Lou City didn't need.
Louisville turning up the pace here to start. Rasmussen will send it towards the goal. McCarthy will take care of it for the Rowdies.
Just want to talk about the Dane Rasmussen again. Just so creative and tricky. Plays behind the forward. And Dominic Aduro is not going to have a chance to rest tonight.
Interesting to see as the pace of this match was just fast and furious in that first half. Will it continue like that, or will teams settle it down just a little bit, play a little bit slower, play a little bit more opportunistic here than rather just running and gunning?
My fingers are crossed that they continue the way they are, but I got to tell you, I just don't know how they're going to do it.
Here's John. Richards deflects it out as that ball winds up into the upper deck of Al Lang Stadium. And there's some happy fans up there receiving it.
You have some baseball fans here that don't want to throw it back, Drew.
I think that one's got to go back. As they're calling for it down there. You cannot keep that ball.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince this guy to give the ball back.
Those select balls, though, would be nice to take home, wouldn't they?
Yeah, any fan will be very happy with one of those.
Corner kick on the way from Louisville. Damaduro will quickly end that threat. Do it one more time as the in-swinger here is Oscar Jimenez.
Just looking at Oscar Jimenez changing feet with every corner he takes, something I've never seen before. Just amazing talent. Right-footed corner now.
This ball headed.
That was a great flick on by Paco Craig.
Gonzati coming back. Jimenez on top of him. The Rowdies have not conceded a goal at home, already setting a record earlier tonight with those 310 straight minutes without allowing a goal at home. And they're adding to that minute by minute. I'm sure that's the furthest thing from the players' minds. They want 3 points here tonight at home over the two-time defending champs.
Yeah, just looking at this Louisville team coming out strong here in the second half. You always call the second half the coach's half. It gives them a chance to look at what happened in the first 45 and make adjustments. Interesting to see what Coach Hackworth has said to his men.
Oh, Gonzati, nice ball this time. And it's Tenari handling it. They'll send it back. Gonzati will take a rip over the crossbar this time.
Good idea by Tenari, just laying it back for Il Capitan.
Well, how about Tenari, what he has meant to the Rowdies? This is his third start and making an impact. This is a goal that we just did not see coming. We did not know he had that kind of stuff. That was screaming off his foot.
Just something out of the repertoire, and it was an absolute scud.
Well, we invite you to get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Rowdies and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on the Tampa Bay Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com. Do it right now. Click follow your club.
Just looking at the passion and the emotion that Diakite has. Such an emotional leader on the field. A simple throw-in going the Rowdies' favor. And he is all up in the face of the opposition.
Taylor Pace sends this back. Ben Luke conceding once. The former Akron goalkeeper was the NCAA's top goalie before beginning his pro career. I'm sure Stuart Dobson very familiar this time at Akron. Now Diakite retreating. This ball, saw that cross in. It's kind of just laying there. Rowdies clearing it immediately, but there is a player down for Tampa Bay, and this does not look good.
Looks like Sean Barry on that far side, just falling awkwardly. Could not even get up to stop the counter.
Barry has been in the line of fire over the last few weeks. Remember, shaken up last week before giving way to David Najam, and was, I would say, probable tonight. They knew he was going to play, but not so sure you could say he is 100%.
Talk about playing with heart and soul. Sean Barry does that for 90 minutes every time he touches the grass. Gives up his body. Lots of fatigue. And it shows yet again tonight.
And at training earlier this week, Ryan, the last guy off the pitch is Sean Barry. He was one-on-one with Coach Collins, and they were continually serving him balls. And he was putting them in one after the other, trying to work on that finishing ability. He does have a goal this year and an assist, but certainly wants to add to that. He has had chances through the first 5. Nice play coming up is Morad. And for Louisville, Rasmussen does the same. Richards touches it back for McCarthy. Quenzati will try and chase it down. The captain, Sebastian Quenzati from the left side. Here comes the cross. Oh, nearly an own goal there.
What a play by Quenzati on this left-hand side. Just taking his defender on, getting to the byline, and squaring it across with his weaker foot, the left foot. Almost an own goal. Lou City breathe again. Here he is, right down to the byline, across the face of the goal. And it was Paco Craig who just lost his breath for a second.
Let me ask you something, Ryan. In a situation like that, if you're a part of that back line and you are going sideways and you're twisting around, do you still try and get a foot on it, or do you just let it go?
You have to. You don't know what's behind you, and when you're facing your own goal, it's so hard to defend, as we just saw. But you have to take initiative, because you don't know if there's a green and yellow shirt right behind you to tap it in.
Louisville gets possession right near the midfield line. Now McCabe, one of the original members for Louisville. Remember this franchise, only 5 years old, and this is the slowest start that they have had in team history.
Some of these players don't understand what it feels like to lose. Some of them have come in for the last 2 years where they've won back-to-back titles and now feeling their first taste of defeat.
Jam switches the point of attack. Good cohesion now for Louisville. Into the final third it goes. Shot taken. Oh, Rasmussen had a chance to turn around, and that near post was looking pretty good.
What a quick example of what this Lou City team can do. Keeping it on the grass, quick movements, quick passes. This time ball comes into the box. It was Williams, a little touch to Rasmussen. Excellent defended by Caleb Richards. Speedy Williams coming in from behind, just so willing to provide service. And here's Jimenez again.
Oscar Jimenez, Maduro, quickly heads it out for the Rowdies.
Well, there's no wonder he leads this team in chances created, Oscar Jimenez. His service from the sides is just impeccable.
Breakaway this time for now McCabe. Midfielder out of Dublin, Ireland, and he'll give it up. So Sean Francis, the Jamaican, will toss it in his first city. His first season, rather, with Louisville. Official also gets involved that time, setting up the shot from straight ahead. And it looked like Williams has had some pretty good looks from just outside that 18-yard box. Right now, the possession in favor of the visitors.
Yeah, Coach Hackworth has said a thing or two to this Louisville team, has sparked them, and they're back to playing their type of ball. High possession, putting the pressure on the Rowdies.
You can feel the momentum shifting just a bit. Rowdies! Oh, did McCarthy keep that one out? Is that a goal? John McCarthy is going to make another spectacular save for Tampa Bay.
Well, 1 goal for Tenari, 2 goals for John McCarthy. Again, near post, and somehow keeps it out. John McCarthy, he is a wall right now for this Rowdy team.
Just when we thought we have seen the best a goalie can save, McCarthy reaches into the bag of tricks, pulls up another.
Those flick-ons on the near post are a nightmare for defenders and goalkeepers. The flick-on came, and somehow McCarthy reacted to it. Not only did he react to it, but keep it away from the net, which is so hard to do. I consider that his second goal for the night.
So Ben Luke, and this could be a battle of goalies the rest of the way. Luke for Louisville, McCarthy for Tampa Bay. And Luke will be tested here as the Rowdies have a corner.
those type of saves starts to create doubt for the opposing team. You question whether, if anything, will go in.
Fernandez sends this one far. Jan Ekra a little quiet tonight. And this one will sail past the goalie Ben Loon. And a goal kick here coming up.
I don't think Jan Ekra could ever be quiet. If he's not providing on the offensive end, he's plugging those gaps in the middle for Dominic Oduro. Jan Ekra, all the intangibles that do not show up on a stat sheet, he does it every night for this Rowdies team.
Tenari involved that time in a tackle, called for the foul. You can tell the Rowdies just don't have that same spring in their step that they had in the first 45.
I think we have to chalk this one up to Louisville. They have certainly come out of the gates quickly.
Beautiful ball this time. Here comes Louisville. Barry retreating, and an offsides called. So in the 58th minute, we'll send it down to Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Drew, we just want to give a big congratulations to Rowdies assistant coach Shane Roberts. We got word that his wife had a baby last night, a son. If you actually look closely at his right wrist, he's still got his hospital bracelets on there. So he came right over here. Apparently he made it just in time for kickoff. So that's some dedication right there. And a big congratulations to Shane and his family, guys.
Oh, that's great. Great stuff. You know what that feeling's like, don't you, Ryan?
I do, and I have a very good idea where he's going to be in an hour or two.
Oduro comes up, and again it's Jimenez. This guy is so dangerous. Morad and Oduro. Look at Guenzati, never stops running. He takes a body check out of bounds. Hopefully he is okay. He went hard that time into those billboards.
It was Taylor Pay, and it was shoulder to shoulder. But Guenzati on the wrong end of that collision.
Now Diakite going to come up, have a discussion. He's usually the guy who will stick up for his teammates in situations like this.
What a guy to have your back, Pape Diakite. But I think the referee is going to have a discussion about the intent, not the actual collision itself. It was fair, shoulder to shoulder. It looks like the referee is deciding on a free kick because of the intent by Taylor Pay.
So the persistence of Guenzati gives the Rowdies an opportunity. The Barbasol comes out. And again, Fernandez and Tenori will give Tampa Bay another chance. Rowdies' offense has been slow to start here in half number 2. Can it catch fire once more? Tenori. Line drive that time headed out, and now Kosana comes up to play.
Tenori's so good on those dead balls. It's so important to get past that first line of defense. Didn't do it there. He's had some night tonight, Andrew Tenori.
And our first substitution of the match, David Najim will check in, and Sean Barry will go to the bench here in the 61st minute.
The magic man, David Najim, making his return after that spectacular entrance last week. Here he is now with 30 minutes to go and a lot to offer.
Now what a moment that was. And immediately David Najim goes to work, winning possession for his team. How about that?
Breaking up plays already.
Ekra. Well, they have had him marked pretty well here tonight. Sean Tosh now for Louisville. Diakite.
Just looking at the way that Louisville is handling this high press. doing a fairly comfortable job in possession.
Rowdies trying to win it back with Guanzani. It'll be touched back to Ben Lou. Going down quickly again.
Tough tackle by Tosh, right in front of the referee. He says play on.
Rowdies got to be on guard here again, slipping behind. Ball shot off the post. McCarthy. Oh, Rowdies bailed out once again. This time, it's the post, the best line of defense.
This all starts off with Tosh, then the through ball to Abdul Jam. He beats McCarthy, but could not beat the woodwork. And the right post saves the day for the Rowdies.
Louisville winning ball after ball, though. Cosana this time, point blank. McCarthy again. Incredible one-on-one. And one of the top scorers in the league denied. Hopino now on the other side. He'll service one in. Tenari will chase it down.
Well,
Najim will take a swing. Oh, diving forward. Hopino was in position. What a sequence on both sides.
Caleb Richards not getting a good read. Cosana hounding him down. And John McCarthy with the feet this time. Pulls off another blinder. That's 3 for tonight. A hat-trick of saves by John McCarthy, keeping this score at 1-0.
Well, we're just seeing some brilliant stuff. 90% save percentage. John McCarthy is putting on a show, working on another clean sheet.
And the man who leads the league in clean sheets is trying to ensure that stays the same tonight.
This is Williams now sharing it with Tosh. Louisville playing much better, though, here in this second 45. Jimenez approaching. Ball has a little curl, and McCarthy will knock it down. Well, who's up? Who's down? Where does your club sit? Find out every Monday in the official USL Championship Power Rankings, only on USLChampionship.com. That's USLChampionship.com for the Power Rankings. Seen some great saves in this venue over the years for the Rowdies.
John McCarthy just instilling confidence in this Rowdies team, picking up for his defenders, and also now creating a lot of doubt for this Lou City forward line.
Rasmussen, left-footed shot, just right.
So as this Lou City team picks up some rhythm, they're now starting to close down on this Rowdies third, this last third. And Magnus Rasmussen is starting to find some room on top of the 18-yard box.
Jimenez, corner kick time for Louisville. Diakite once again getting his head on it. Rowdies reeling just a bit. Louisville peppering. McCarthy with shots again. Contact in the box this time as Cosana collides with McCarthy in another dangerous sequence.
Well, the man that can do no wrong, John McCarthy, a dangerous cross-in from the right-hand side. And here he comes in traffic, taking a shot from Cosana, but still holds on. And it's a free kick for the Rowdies. John McCarthy on fire, but the Rowdies need every bit of his saving qualities tonight because Lou City has their tails up.
Rowdies certainly remember what Cosana did a year ago. He's a member of Penn FC. Came in, put a brace on the board, and broke the Rowdies' hearts on an evening over the summer. Let me ask you, Ryan, is it time now for a substitute for the Rowdies? They have not possessed well here over the past 10 minutes. And you're just, if you're a Rowdies fan, hoping that they can hang on, but I mean, McCarthy can only do so much. Far post attack this time, and Kosana in the neighborhood.
Yeah, this is the time where the coach has to try to make a move, shake something up. Well,
look at that number, 72% dominating, and that's a great job by our crew putting that graphic up. But Ryan, that's what I'm talking about. Rowdies need to regain their form here, and now the officiating rearing its ugly head as Fernandez goes down, and a yellow card issued this time, and it's going to be Oscar Jimenez getting a Yeoman's Pub yellow card. Jimenez, Yeoman's Pub yellow card in the 68th minute.
Now, the Rowdies had a counter-attack there, and the referee just pulled it back for a foul. All the players are crowding around him, asking him why didn't he not play it on, allow play to go on, and then give the yellow card when the game goes off, when the ball goes out of play. But Leo Fernandez shaken up. Here's where Coach Collins has to consider, how do you win back the midfield? Because right now the center circle is being owned by the white shirts.
A bit of concern on the face of Coach Collins. Caleb Richards now turning it's Guinsati. Well, be sure to tune in Wednesday, April 17th for the ESPN USL Championship Game of the Week on ESPN3, featuring new expansion side Austin Bold hosting last year's Cup runner-up Phoenix Rising. It's the week's best match on the Game of the Week next Wednesday on ESPN3. Be sure and check it out. 69th minute, Rowdies having trouble with the Louisville attack here at the moment, but still hanging on to a 1-0 lead.
Coach Collins just does not want to interrupt that Aduro, Ekra, Najim, not Najim, Tanari combination. But then there's also Wantahada on that bench that may step into that forward line where Hopano is and cause some disruption higher up the field.
Rowdies passing also not sharp. You saw that exchange moments ago. Not on the same page at the moment. Louisville, meanwhile, going to work. Trying to get one squared up is McCabe. He'll send it over behind him to Francis.
McCabe is such a calm customer. In trouble, in traffic. Just gets the ball away from pressure for this Lou City team to reset.
Ball serviced in. Look out! Getting airborne's Kosana. Collision. Richards went up as well.
But McCabe again turns on a dime, and then the injection, the service into the far post for Kosana, and Caleb Richards does well to hold his ground.
Well, Juan Tejada, the spark plug, could he inject some life into the Rowdies right now? Will number 17 be just what the Rowdies need at the moment? Hopano going to sub out, and the former Eckerd College star will enter, and he has quickly become a fan favorite.
Well, just want to say,
John McCarthy's saves at the moment, keeping the Rowdies in this match, and still nursing that 1-0 lead. Oh, that last one was just spectacular, and then the foot save as well.
The entire repertoire tonight just brings him to a hat-trick of saves by number 1, John McCarthy.
How can Tejada help the Rowdies right now?
Tejada can step back just near to Tanari and help him out in the midfield, bring some energy, try to disrupt Speedy Williams, number 80, and try to disrupt the flow of this Louisville team.
Quick whistle, and Louisville will have possession here. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly here at Al Lang Stadium, 72 minutes in. Looked like it was going to be a shootout in the first half. It has calmed just a bit, but just because of the incredible goalkeeping by John McCarthy, Rowdies goalie. At least 4 spectacular saves he has made tonight. Couple that with the blast of Andrew Tenari in that first half. And that's where we stand right now, 1-0 in favor of Tampa Bay.
With 19 minutes left, Louisville trying to get back in this game, trying to tie up the score. This Rowdies team has to find a way to get back some possession or try to get a counter-attack on this Louisville City team. And Lou City has to find a way to attack while avoiding the counter-attack.
Keep in mind several injuries tonight for Louisville City. The most notable, Luke Spencer, their star forward, a hamstring injury. He is out. George Davis as well. Paolo Del Piccolo also not on the pitch. Banged up Louisville side coming in here. Rowdies trying to sense the opportunity. Tejada goes down that time. He was trying to stay with it. Saw Sean Francis showing the youngster, hey, come on now.
Drew, just want to say, all those big names you spoke about just now, and still this Louisville City team with a mammoth amount of possession in this second half.
Pretty incredible stuff. Tejada hustling to it. Ekra trying to stay put as well. 74th minute now. We'll check in with Heather.
Hey, Drew, you may have noticed Juan Tejada looks like he has cut his hair. Not too much. He still kind of has that signature look, but he had said that a couple years back he decided that he was going to grow his hair long and not cut it until he got a professional contract. He got the contract. He didn't cut it right away, but it looks like he's gotten a little bit of a trim, guys, and honestly, I don't blame him. Speaking from experience, long hair in Florida in the summer is rough, so we may even see it go a little bit shorter as we progress into the summer, guys.
Well, Heather, we've seen so many great features. The look-alike, I love that at the half. How about maybe who inspires your hairstyle on the next one? I'd love to hear what Tejada has to say.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. I like the ideas. Keep them coming, Drew. Keep them coming.
A yellow issue to Guenzati. He has been red hot here in the second half. Just not getting the calls and a little bit frustrated.
Wow, look at the mark on his back.
Oh.
Guenzati clearly frustrated when Speedy Williams dispossessed him with some physical play, tracked him down, and just lunged at Williams. Here's Williams dispossessing him. Here's Guenzati. Just no effort for the ball, and the referee donates a yellow card to the captain.
First yellow card of the season for Seba. Sebastian Guenzati. And now another set piece. Now McCabe dialing it up here in the 75th. This ball sent on again. McCarthy in place.
Again, great service by Louisville. Kosana on the end of it. Just couldn't direct it in one of the corners. But again, another chance for this visiting team.
Tejada trying to get to it. Rowdies will throw it in. Yeah, it would be nice for the Rowdies. Forget about a chance. Just have a nice long possession here. Make their defense work, Ryan. Slow this game down just a little bit.
Yeah, the Rowdies seem a little bit out of sorts right now. Just trying to find these white shirts and keep track of them has gotten them out of this offensive rhythm. And we talk about possession, Drew, how it works on you.
Finally, a little bit of cohesion from Tampa Bay. We have not seen that since the first half. Ekra now attacking. Jan Ekra slicing through defenders. Cut off at the last moment, but still a nice run to at least test that back line.
Great injection of pace by Ekra through the heart of this defense. Here's Leo Fernandez, the Samba man.
Fernandez trying to turn, and you saw Tejada come back to it. So the best sign of offense in that last sequence for the Rowdies.
Just looking at the Rowdies committing to this high press, trying to disrupt this Louisville team. But that little guy, Speedy Williams, has done a great job facilitating the white shirts.
Morad comes up, Ekra went down, and Rowdies have got to be careful here. They're racking up the yellows. This one's going to be on Ekra, and it'll be his first.
Magnus Rasmussen has worked himself into the second half, the number 7 for Louisville. And Jan Ekra and Dominic Aduro can't seem to pick him up.
Jan Ekra now will get back, play some defense. Here was the sequence, clearly a hold.
Yeah, just trying to borrow his shirt. The referee not comfortable with that.
So the Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued to Jan Ekra here in the 78th minute. Yeoman's Pub yellow card. Yeoman's, great place to visit for a cold one after or before each Rowdies contest.
There's an off-the-wall infringement here between Diakite and Paco Craig and Rasmussen.
Line drive, directed, McCarthy once more! Oh, wow! A goalkeeping performance for the ages we are seeing here tonight.
Quick free kick inside, the flick there by Abdul-Jam, and again John McCarthy answers the bell for this Rowdies team. A firm push to the right, and it's safety once again for the Rowdies. Louisville disgruntled, the Rowdies breathe again. Courtesy John McCarthy.
You think he loves playing here on his home pitch, Al Link Stadium. Looks so comfortable in net for the Rowdies. Tampa Bay now trying to at least get a little bit of offense going. Tenari, and the Rowdies will have a corner. No, it'll be a goal kick.
Well, because of that positive play by Louisville, they're getting every bounce of the ball, every roll of the dice.
Now starting to see that finish line. Just a bit, Ryan. 80th minute. Still a 1-0 lead for the home side. Rowdies now can go to work. This is Najam pushing forward. Tejada a little bit caught up. He's got to make a decision as Taylor Pay comes up to play him.
Well, that high press finally working for the Rowdies. It was getting exposed in this second half.
Again, the ball handling just not as crisp as we saw in half number 1. Obviously, Louisville press starting to wear on the Rowdies just a bit. Fernandez now will throw it in. Fernandez sharing with Guinzotti, now Tejada handling from the corner. Tejada tried to turn. Great job by the youngster keeping it as Tosh was right on his back.
Well, this is where Juan Tejada shows his stuff, his confidence, willing to take players on. And in that part of the field, worst case scenario, throw in for the Rowdies.
Now it's Tejada, a little bit of space to work with, sneaking a pass in, straight on, it's Ekra taking the shot. Oh, just to the left. He blasted that one on the ground, and Lute looked like he was beat.
Well, Tejada and Guinzotti linking up together just inside the 18-yard box. Great pass by Tenari, finding Ekra, and just an inch past that left post. I think it actually clipped the post on the way past. But the Rowdies showing what they're capable of, trying to breathe some confidence into this yellow and green team in the second half.
Hold your breath, Rowdies fans. Just about 10 minutes left to play in this one. It has been a good one. Richards now for Tejada. Loon comes up to pick it up.
Caleb Richards just showing what he can do, coming from that deep position, almost finding Juan Tejada. As this Louisville team, with all that possession, they're going to begin to tire as well, and holes are going to start opening up in the last third.
Look at that shot differential, 3 times as many for the visiting side. 9-3, they lead the Rowdies. That just tells you how valuable the goalkeeping of McCarthy has been.
Just priceless, Joe. Absolutely priceless.
McCarthy taking a few extra seconds off the clock. You know, is that a position sometimes a little bit overlooked, especially at this level, having a great keeper?
No, goalkeepers are very much part of a successful team.
Rowdies now holding it up on the right flank. Waiting for numbers ahead. Andrew Tenari circling around. Tenari, the lone goal scored in this game. And the Rowdies will have another corner here.
Just going back to the goalkeeping positions, you look at championship teams in the USL all the way to the World Cup. You just look down to that #1 position, and more often than not, you will find a very good goalkeeper between the sticks. So a very important ingredient in the success of a team over a cup run or a long season.
Leo Fernandez, the in-swinger for the Rowdies. Tejada trying to position himself. Header, a little bit over the bar. Tarek Morad. Good idea for Tampa Bay as another sub set to happen for Louisville. And it looks like it's Napo Masoso who will check in momentarily. So Tejada and Najim have come in for the Rowdies. Interesting to see who that third sub will be. Aduro just outside the center circle now, taken down, and he is not happy, and he has got to be careful here. He's going to pick up easily a yellow card. Diakite and the Rowdies have got to calm down here. McCarthy, a good job showing some veteran leadership, settling the young Dominic Aduro down. I mean, clearly Aduro has a point, no doubt.
Well, here's Dominic Aduro trying to stay on the ball, and Speedy Williams, no effort to go for the ball, which in itself is a yellow card infringement. But Dominic Aduro just reacting, and the referee has no choice but to put him in the book.
So a yellow card for Dominic Aduro. That is a Yeoman's Pub yellow card here in the 85th minute. McCarthy trying to be the voice of reason here, and Aduro gets a bit of a talking to, and the Rowdies have just got to be careful here in this situation. This is where you got to look at the clock, and you have to look, you know, time situation. Now is not the time to blow your stack.
This is where coaches want players to think on their own. They don't want instructions right now. This is when, as a player, your experience has to come into play. You have to stay level-headed and know what time of the game it is. And Dominic Aduro and the rest of this Rowdies team have to understand where the game is right now.
Substitution, Matsoso comes in for Sean Francis. So Matsoso, the midfielder, tremendous potential on the Louisville side. They absolutely love what this young man can do. Chance to showcase it here late. Leo Fernandez sending one in. Oh, Guenzati was running towards it. Just could not direct it properly, but a great idea again for the home side.
What a play by Leo Fernandez. Just a delicate touch into the box, a little chip onto the on-running Seba Guenzati. Just couldn't finish it. But what a chance created by the Brazilian.
Also want to mention Speedy Williams did pick up a Yeoman's Pub yellow card as well on that last exchange when Aduro went down. So a yellow issue to the visitors as well. And you know, very quietly, I should say, is again a little bit of a shoulder check from Sean Toth. This game is getting just a little bit chippy.
That's exactly it. These teams have locked horns for the last 86 minutes. And now the players are starting to show their emotions, wear it on their sleeve.
Now is when you got to dig deep. Jimenez, middle of the park, look out. That's where Louisville wants to attack. Rowdies retreating. Green and gold jerseys quickly come. Keeping possession, shooting and scoring. We are level as Abdou Jam comes up to tie it up at 1.
Well, they've been knocking on the door for the last 45 minutes. It was Rasmussen trying to get on his left foot. The ball bounces kindly for Abdou Jam, and he nails it past McCarthy. Nothing he can do about it, just point-blank range. And Abdou Jam did the rest. Well, the Rowdies held on for as long as they could, and Abdou Jam picked up his second goal for the season. All that possession finally paying off for Lou City.
And the Rowdies know they just let one get away. That ball should have been cleared. Just too much. The amount of help they had, simply a little bit of fatigue factoring in there. Rowdies fail to clear, and Louisville behind John makes them pay.
Well, Rasmussen in the middle of traffic, just showing a lot of skill, but the ball fell kindly though for Abdou Jam. Just a little bit of luck, but that's all part of the sport.
The wind taken out of the sails of the fans here at Al Link Stadium. Fans who wanted 3 points here tonight. Still enough time on the clock for Tampa Bay to get something going. Oh, Rowdies aren't going to get a call here, as it looked like it was clearly off McCabe. And one final substitution, Sonny Johnny, set to check in, and he'll replace Lucky Kosana.
Kosana was on the end of some passes tonight. Just couldn't quite convert his chances, but filled in amicably for the injured Luke Spencer.
Tejada tries to take it away. Rowdies. Can they create another scoring chance here? Louisville certainly has that idea. Gotta love the grit of the two-time defending champs if you're a Louisville City fan. In this second half, they have taken the initiative.
They have answered the bell for Coach Hackworth. This experienced Lou City team has come out in this second half and earned themselves, which looks like a point. 3 minutes of injury time. This game is not over yet.
Again, the legs of the Rowdies just look like that they really slowed down. Coming out of the locker room, Ryan in the second half just did not have that same juice. I know we mentioned it was a little bit humid here, but this Rowdies team very fit. I'm sure Coach Collins is going to break this game down throughout the next week, as the Rowdies are going to have plenty of time to prepare for Atlanta.
There's Jimenez, the dangerous Jimenez.
Najim trailing back, and the Rowdies will throw it in.
Final roll of the dice here, Drew. Leon Taylor looks to check in. And the little creator himself, Andrew Tenari, checks out.
Andrew Tenari with the lone goal for Tampa Bay tonight, and if anybody can score a goal through chaos, it's this guy right here, Leon Taylor. He thrives in chaotic situations.
He has made a living on creating in chaos. Just brings a ton of energy in. So hard for Coach Collins to roll the dice though with a team that's been playing so well for so long. Hard to take out a Hopano, hard to take out a Tenari.
Rowdies on guard here. Least they want to take out of this is a point against the defending champions. On guard, Diakite, Richards as well. This ball sent in, and immediately Damaduro again heading it out. Louisville keeping it alive, getting it inside the box. Only momentarily as Najim. And the Rowdies play it from the back.
Again, credit to this Lou City team. Every bounce of the ball is going their way because of their positive play.
Safe to say, too, with all the that's going to do it. 93 minutes in the books. Tampa Bay Rowdies. A 1-1 draw to Louisville City. The Rowdies have the advantage in the first half, but Louisville comes back in half number 2 to get a point. Heather Donnelly with Neil Collins.
Thank you, Drew. Coach, obviously not the result you were looking for, especially here at home. What do you take away from tonight's match?
A lot of positives. I thought in the first half some of our play was as good as I've seen here in my time as coach. And then in the second half you can see that we're a team that just need to play together and be in these situations where we're winning against good sides and know how we play and how we get better. But I keep saying it, we know that we've got lots to improve on. I'm proud of the boys and how hard they played in a lot of aspects, but there's also aspects that I'm dying to improve. But you know, we could have easily scored an extra goal. But equally, John McCarthy had a great game, so we could have lost one as well.
All right, thank you, Coach. Guys.
A lot to dissect after this Week 6 match. John McCarthy, there's a shot right there with John Hackworth, head coach of Louisville City. 1-1, a draw. Both teams come away with the point. We'll wrap it up when we come back.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
1-1 the final score. Rowdies and Louisville City both come away with the point. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly on the pitch, and John McCarthy, the Rowdies goalie. What a performance. Big save after big save. It's just unfortunate, Ryan, it was not a clean sheet in the end.
The human wall, John McCarthy with a beaver trick of saves. Just spectacular with the feet, with the hands. did everything he could to keep this scoreline where it was until at the end, it fell kindly for Abdul Jam to tie this game up at 1-1.
Upcoming slate for the Rowdies, and they'll have significant time off before heading off to Atlanta United 2. Back home here on April 27th, hosting Charlotte Independence, and then 2 of the next 3 after that on the road. So the Rowdies come away with a point. That's 12 points on the year now as they finish at 3-0-3. 1-1 the final score. Tampa Bay and Louisville City. Hope you enjoyed it. For Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and our fabulous crew, I'm Drew Felios. We'll see you in a few weeks from right here at Al Lang Stadium.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.